Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. I like food, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. You like food, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. A Pizza Hut, a Pizza Hut.
Everything's bigger in America. We've got the biggest cars, the biggest houses, the biggest companies, the biggest food, and finally, the biggest people. America has now become the fattest nation in the world. Congratulations. Nearly 100 million Americans are today either overweight or obese. That's more than 60% of all U.S. adults. Since 1980, the total number of overweight and obese Americans has doubled, with twice as many overweight children and 3 times as many overweight adolescents. The fattest state in America? Mississippi, where 1 in 4 people are obese. I grew up in West Virginia, currently the 3rd fattest state in America. When I was growing up, my mother cooked dinner every single day. Almost all my memories of her are in the kitchen, and we never ate out, only on those few rare special occasions. Today, families do it all the time, and they're paying for it, not only with their wallets, but with their waistlines. Obesity is now second only to smoking as a major cause of preventable death in America, with more than 400,000 deaths per year associated with related illnesses. In 2002, a few Americans got fed up with being overweight and did what we do best. They sued the bastards. Taking aim at the fast food companies and blaming them for their obesity and illnesses, a lawsuit was filed in New York on behalf of 2 teenage girls. One who was 14 years old, 4'10" and 170 pounds. The other, 19 years old, 5'6" and 270 pounds. The unthinkable had suddenly become reality. People were suing the Golden Arches for selling them food that most of us know isn't good for you to begin with. Yet each day, 1 in 4 Americans visits a fast food restaurant. And this hunger for fast food isn't just in America, it's happening on a global basis. McDonald's alone operates more than 30,000 joints in over 100 countries on 6 continents and feeds more than 46 million people worldwide every day. That's more than the entire population of Spain. In the United States alone, McDonald's accounts for 43% of the total fast food market. They're everywhere. Walmarts, airports, rest stops, gas stations, train stations, shopping malls, department stores, amusement parks, even hospitals. That's right, hospitals. At least you're close when the coronary kicks in. Lawyers for McDonald's call the suits frivolous, stating that the dangers of its food are universally known and that these kids can't show that their weight problems and health woes were caused solely by their McDiets. The judge states, however, that if lawyers for the teens can show that McDonald's intends for people to eat its food for every meal of every day and that doing so would be unreasonably dangerous, they may be able to state a claim. Are the food companies solely to blame for this epidemic? Where does personal responsibility stop and corporate responsibility begin? Is fast food really that bad for you?
I mean, what would happen if I ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days straight? Would I suddenly be on the fast track to becoming an obese American? Would it be unreasonably dangerous? Let's find out. I'm ready. Supersize me.
Just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Left alone with big fat fatty, she was such a naughty natty. You big woman, you made a bad boy out of me. Come on, oh, won't
I knew if I was going to do this, I would need some serious medical supervision. So I enlisted the help of not one, but 3 doctors: a cardiologist, a gastroenterologist, and a general practitioner.
You're feeling quite well today, yes?
Quite well.
In general, any fatigue or weight loss, weight gain, any change in your vision?
No fever, no earache, no cough, no shortness of breath, no chest pain, no...
Nausea, vomiting, heartburn.
And no hospitalizations for illness?
No.
Do you take any medications of any sort?
I don't. I've just been taking vitamins.
Okay. Any food allergies or anything?
No.
There's no heart disease or diabetes or blood pressure or cancer in the immediate family?
My grandfather's had a couple open heart surgeries.
1 out of 4 grandparents is dead.
Yeah.
Good genes. That's the important thing.
Any alcohol use?
Now, none.
You don't smoke.
I used to, but I don't.
Any drug use at all?
Not for a long time.
Are you sexually active at present?
Yes.
A girlfriend?
Yes.
Is there anything we didn't cover? Is there anything else you need to tell me?
I don't think so.
Patient is embarking on a 1-month McDonald's binge.
Very good.
You might have something called white coat syndrome, which is a
140 over about 95.
130 over 105.
120 over 80?
That's what it is? Other guys are stressing me out.
You're much more relaxed. I tend to do that to my patients.
See?
Swallow, please. Your reflexes are perfect. That's good. Back out. Normal.
So everything looks pretty normal here.
Good.
We'll skip checking for hernias.
We're going to do a rectal exam. I like to be more thorough than that.
And I like doctors to be thorough.
You're gonna go downstairs and get your bloods drawn.
So the reason we have you fasting is the true cholesterol and glucose numbers fasting. So if you had like a bacon, egg, and cheese, your cholesterol would be way high. If you had like orange juice, your glucose would be really high.
3 down.
Your blood tests are excellent. Okay, you're starting off with a total cholesterol of 168, which is less than 200, and it's really superb.
Your blood level's fine, your iron level is good as well.
You have no evidence of diabetes. Your fasting blood sugar is very low.
The other thing that we looked at were all your electrolytes in terms of the salts in your blood, your kidney function, your liver function. They were all perfect.
Your triglycerides, which is your building blocks of fat, basically from what you acquire from eating fat, is 43, which is low, which is good.
Your general health, is outstanding.
Great.
Your urinalysis is great.
So you're starting off terrific.
I think the worst case scenario is that you increase your triglycerides and your cholesterol level, and if you have any heart disease in the family or any underlying heart disease, you're putting your heart at risk.
I expect to see an increase in your triglycerides because that can be affected. You're at 87 now, and I think that will change. And I think that's the only thing that will change.
Out of everything?
Out of everything. I mean, there might be some minor variations, but the body is extremely adaptable. And the kidneys will handle any extra salt that you're taking in, and your liver will be able to metabolize additional fats.
As far as you gaining weight, you probably will. As far as your cholesterol going up, it probably will. As far as you feeling miserable, maybe. I don't know. Unless you start cheating and just order the salads.
I also went to a fancy New York wellness center to meet a registered dietitian who would help track my progress.
Okay, let's start with getting your height and weight.
I'm 6'2". I weigh about 185.
For your height, this is a healthy weight. I can tell you that right now. Your BMI, which is the body mass index, is within normal limits, which means you're not obese. You're actually at the correct weight.
Okay, so what I should do is I should keep a sort of a checklist of the things that I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Keep a food log. Your calorie needs are going to be averaging about 2,500 calories a day. As far as fat goes, for 2,500 calories, you're going to want about 80 grams of total fat in a day. The saturated fat, which is a component of total fat, you want to have less than 25 grams a day. Don't try to overindulge too much.
Yeah.
Good luck, Morgan.
Great.
Thank you.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Eric Raleigh, our exercise physiologist.
Great. The official weigh-in.
185.5. We'll go through the cardiovascular assessment, and then I'll be able to calculate how much oxygen your muscles can utilize, and that's also an indicator of the type of condition that your cardiovascular system is in.
All right.
Good work. I'm going to use these skin fold calipers to estimate your body density. You're 11% body fat. That's great. We're going to measure your flexibility of your hamstrings, your hips, and your lower back. Good, good. Very nice. 38 centimeters was your best. There's a basic, old school test for muscular strength and endurance. 36, good job. You're above average fitness for your age group. Definitely, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're at a good spot right now.
More than 60% of Americans get no form of exercise. So for the next 30 days, neither will I. But I'll still have to walk.
How much does the average American walk a day?
Oh, there's reason to believe. We have these pedometers that we put on people, step counters. You could very roughly estimate that about 2,000 steps, because 2,000 would make a mile. And we know that people that work in office settings, who drive a car to and from work, or take an elevator up to that office, may take as little as 2,500 or 3,000 steps in their entire day. If you wanted to feel physically like a lot of Americans do, then you'd kind of limit yourself to about 5,000 steps a day.
Us New Yorkers, we walk everywhere. We walk to work, to the park, to the store. Most of us don't even own cars. The average New Yorker will walk 4 to 5 miles a day. A day. That's a lot of walking. I'll also have the blessing of being close to a food source almost everywhere I go. I walk past 3 Golden Arches just on my way to the office. 3 in just over a mile. There are more Mickey D's in Manhattan than anywhere else in the world. This tiny little island is less than 13 miles long by 2 miles wide, 22.4 square miles. And packed into that area are 83 McDonald's, nearly 4 per square mile. There are twice as many Mac Shacks as there are Burger Kings, and there are more McDonald's than KFC, Wendy's, Popeyes, and Taco Bell combined. That's a lot of burger.
I know he's going to do it for a month, but I think after a week he's going to be really irritated. I think it's going to affect our relationship.
You are a vegan chef.
Yes, I'm a vegan chef. I just don't know if I can. Of course I will. I'll sit next to him while he eats McDonald's. Of course I will. I'm just going to be rolling my eyes the whole time. We have a vegetable tart and a quinoa and roasted veggie salad, artichokes and a simple green salad, all beautiful, organic, fresh vegetables that you're going to miss so much.
What am I going to have that's organic?
In the next month, nothing.
Nothing.
You're only going to have genetically modified potatoes.
I'm going to eat as many vegetables as I can tonight.
There's plenty here for you.
That's really good.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Have they improved their cookies in the last 10 years? Because the last time I had them, they were like little hockey pucks.
I don't know. We'll see. It's the first day, and I'm on my way to breakfast. Could I get an Egg McMuffin extra value meal? Every 8-year-old's dream right now that I'm getting ready to fulfill. I got my Egg McMuffin. That's gonna be the first thing right there. This McDonald's delivers for free. All I did today was leave my apartment, walk down the stairs, and walk to the McDonald's, 1,272 steps. So we gotta go to the corner and we gotta get a cab. The cabs are gonna add up in this thing, I can tell already. I got my scorecard, and in here, I had 1 Egg McMuffin, I had 1 sausage biscuit. Do you eat fast food?
Once in a while.
Yeah?
Once in a while.
How often?
I'd say probably once every 2 weeks.
3-4 times a week, maybe?
In France, yes.
Yeah?
But here, not.
No.
I don't like here. It doesn't sound very clean.
And what's your favorite place?
Probably Wendy's.
McDo.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell. McDonald's is pretty close.
Do you ever have a supersized Cokes?
No. In France, The small size here, it's a bigger size in France. Even the small size here, I can't drink.
There are rules to what's going on here in this whole process. I will only supersize it if they ask me, and I can only eat things that are for sale over the counter at McDonald's. Water included. If McDonald's doesn't sell it, I can't eat it. I have to have everything on the menu at least once over the next 30 days, and I have to have 3 squares a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No excuses. Oh, I love Big Macs. See, this is probably the first time in a long time that I've actually seen a Big Mac that looks like the picture. That actually almost looks like the picture. Look at that. Big Macs never look this good. You gotta come to Chinatown for the good Big Macs. You've heard about all these people who are suing these fast food companies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous, but it's the American way to sue for everything.
I'd throw the lawsuit out if I was a judge. And like I was saying, if these fast food places can put their signs up, if I can walk by them and just totally ignore them and say, I'm not hungry, I don't need this, they can do it too.
We don't have to go there. You know, we don't have to shop with them. We can easily go in McDonald's and grab a salad, but we choose not to.
Now, if the McDonald's refused them service, they'd be in court again saying, we were refused service. So you can't win if you tried in this world.
I think there's a lot of focus on the fast food companies because they are mentioned more than virtually all the other causes in most of the articles and books and studies about why it's a sudden epidemic. Again, it can't be the neighborhood restaurant. We've had neighborhood restaurants for hundreds of years. It can't be the foods we eat at home. We've been eating at home for hundreds of years. Something is very different. I think the figure is we eat out something like 40% of our meals.
John Banzaf is currently spearheading the attacks against the food industry, advising many of the lawyers who are currently going through the process. People say he's crazy, but that's what they used to say about him when he first sued the tobacco companies. Until he won.
I think in terms of responsibility, it's fair to point the big gun at McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the biggest, but more importantly, it is the one with, far more than all the others, lures in young children. They have the playgrounds, the closed indoor playgrounds. Many places, there are no other playgrounds. You've got to take your kid there. So even at 2 and 3 and 4, those kids are being lured into there. McDonald's is very heavy on birthday parties. They, of course, pioneered the Happy Meals. Now the Mighty Kids meals also with those little gotta-have-them toys, so they get the kids in. And, of course, the whole clown. McDonald's is the clown. A lot of those ads appeal primarily to kids. There's a cartoon on TV which features them. So they, more than others, lure the kids in. And I think all of us are far more concerned about the kids.
Another man who is worried about the kids is Samuel Hirsch. He represents the 2 girls who are suing McDonald's, with much advisement coming from Professor Banzaf. Why are you suing the fast food establishment?
You mean motives besides monetary compensation? You mean you want to hear a noble cause? Is that it?
I think that fast foods are a major contributor to this epidemic.
In 2000, Dr. David Satcher became the first Surgeon General to draw attention to the obesity crisis, declaring it a national epidemic.
Now remember, we're supersizing everything. You go to any place to buy, go to any fast food store, and they're trained to tell you to buy a bigger size. For 5 cents more, you can get the super size.
Federal government will define a piece of meat, 3 ounces of meat, as a sensible portion, and that looks like a deck of cards. Few people would be able to find this deck of cards if they were served a piece of meat, a steak, in a restaurant. It would probably be about 4 or 5 times the size. One typical bagel that one is eating that looks something like this is going to comprise 5 servings of bread. When fast food companies first opened, they generally introduced one size. For example, one size French fries when McDonald's first opened, called fries. That size fries is now called small, medium, large, and supersize. That original size is still here. It's got about 200 calories. but the supersize is going to pack in over 600 calories. When Burger King first opened, they had a 12-ounce small and a 16-ounce large. This 12-ounce is now kitty. The 16-ounce is now the small, the medium, the 32, and the 42. And this is across the board with all fast food places. Cars have introduced larger cup holders to accommodate those huge 7-Eleven double gulps, which are 64 ounces, a half gallon, and hold anywhere from 600 to 800 calories, depending on how much ice you put in.
A half gallon of soda.
A half gallon of soda for one person, 48 teaspoons of sugar.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, could I get the double quarter pounder with cheese meal?
Large or supersize?
I think I'm gonna have to go supersize. Look at that. Look at that Coke. That barely fits in there. Oh, shit. I'm gonna, look at that. Look at how big that thing is. Look how big that French fry is. That thing is like 4 feet tall. Double quarter pounder with cheese. More calories than anything. There it is. A little bit of heaven. Mmm. That's a lot of food, man. I'll tell you what. You get all that supersized stuff? That stuff gets supersized? Man, look at that. I just I'm not even halfway done with those fries. Not even halfway. It's like a workout. See, now's the time of the meal when you start getting the McStomach ache. You start getting the McTummy, you get the McGurgles in there, you get the McBrick, and you get the McStomach ache. Right now, I got some McGas that's rocking. My arm. Are you sweating there? My arms. I feel like I got some McSweats going. My arms got the McTwitches going in here from all the sugar that's going in my body right now. I'm feeling a little McCrazy. Oh. Just give me a minute.
I'm in pure McDonald's heaven.
This is gonna be you, like, after every meal.
Oh. I'm dying.
Oh, God, that's so nasty. Oh, it's making me puke.
You all right? Yeah.
I believe we live in a toxic food and physical inactivity environment. That is, we live in an environment that almost guarantees that we become sick. Not 100% of people become sick, but the numbers of people who do are growing and growing and growing. I don't believe that toxic is too strong a word either, because an epidemic of obesity where 60% of the population is suffering and record numbers of children having this is a crisis by any standard.
The toxic environment is constant access to cheap, fat-laden foods. It's gas stations that sell more candy and sodas than gas. It's a nation where there are more than 3 million soda vending machines. That's 1 for every 97 Americans. It's a world where people depend completely on their cars for transportation, and where walking has become such a chore that we rely on machines to do it for us.
My stomach feels horrible this morning. It doesn't feel good at all. There we go. I'm getting this really weird feeling right in my midsection, like basically in my penis right now. It's just like this. It's really freaky.
That is very odd.
Yeah.
It could be from the caffeine, but I'm not I mean, I couldn't really pinpoint that 100%.
I have it delivered from Mr. Morgan, 1339.
1339. I made it over the 3-day hump. You know how when you quit smoking? I don't know how many of you out there smoke cigarettes, but you should stop. I quit smoking, and it's the 3-day hump. It's the 3-day hump when you quit smoking cigarettes. If you can make it over those 3 days without smoking one cigarette, you can make it past day 1, day 2, day 3, you make it over the hump, you're fine. Same thing with this. I made it past day 3, I'm all right.
Left unabated, obesity would overtake smoking as the leading preventable cause of death in this country.
I was at this meal, and it came up that one of the people was a smoker. And somebody else at the table started hectoring them about it. What's the matter with you? Don't you know how bad it is for you? It'll do this, that, and the other thing to you, and you really should stop. And the smoker, rather than saying, fuck you, which, is a mind your own business, which I think is the appropriate response, was abashed and defensive, and like, oh, I tried to quit, and yeah, I'm going to try again, and you're right, and so on. At that same table, there was a quite large woman. And I was wondering, what if this guy, instead of confronting the smoker, had said to the large woman, what's the matter with you, you fat pig? Don't you know how dangerous it is to be so overweight? Stop eating, for God's sake, and don't you dare get dessert, and what's the matter with you, right? Same logic. I'd be hard-pressed to find a distinction between those two examples. Okay, so one is now socially acceptable to hector smokers, but the other one isn't quite yet. So the question is, at what point will it become acceptable to publicly hector fat people in the way that the smokers are publicly hectored?
A secret study by one of the tobacco companies that had the ominous title something like Brand Imprinting for Later Actuation in Life. They would buy the little toy cigarettes, and they'd start play smoking them at 4 or 5 or 6. Wouldn't even notice the pack. I mean, if you asked them what pack it was, they wouldn't notice it. But the theory was that somewhere it's buried in here, and then when they get to the age where they're smoking, without even realizing it, they're going for that pack that they recognize because it had those nice feelings for them when they were little kids. In the same way here, yeah, they're satisfied, it's nice, they remember the warm feelings of playing and getting the toy and being with mom and dad, and it's going to carry through.
That's why, when I have kids, every time I drive by a fast food restaurant, I'm going to punch my kid in the face. Then he'll never want to come.
Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you. Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's!
One of the most disturbing things to me is that in the last 20 to 25 years, we've actually seen a doubling of overweight and obese children and adolescents.
And this weight gain has been linked to countless health problems later in life, such as hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, respiratory problems, endometrial, breast, prostate, and colon cancers, dyslipidemia, steatohepatitis, insulin resistance, asthma, hyperuricemia, reproductive hormone abnormalities, polycystic ovarian syndrome, impaired fertility, and adult-onset diabetes. In fact, if current trends continue, 1 out of every 3 children born in the year 2000 will develop diabetes in their lifetime.
At least 17 million Americans now have type 2 diabetes, and about 1 out of every 20 people.
If the diabetes starts before the age of 15, you lose somewhere between 17 and 27 years of lifespan.
According to the new research, the direct medical costs associated with diabetes have doubled. The direct medical costs have doubled. in the past 5 years, from $44 billion in 1997 to $92 billion in 2002.
And somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20% of the obese children have elevated abnormal liver function tests, and we have now started a study where we're biopsying these children to see what their livers actually look like under the microscope, and half of them have evidence of scarring of the liver, fibrosis of the liver, the early stages of cirrhosis. So when these children end up being adults, they're going to end up, if they don't change their eating and exercise habits, are going to end up with liver failure and well, either transplant or death.
Did you want lettuce and mayonnaise on all of them?
I think it's very, very hard for overweight teenagers because you're always going to see the thin, pretty, popular girls, and you can't help but look at them and think, I wish I was her, or I wish I could have that. And I mean, it's depressing. It makes you feel like crap. I mean, that's just how it is. And it's of course it's hard being a teenager because you see all the girls in the Cosmo Girl or Teen People, and they're all beautiful, and you think, aren't I supposed to look like that? And it's just not. It's not realistic. It's not a realistic way to live.
So without further ado, let's welcome Jared Bogle.
My big thing was never smoking, it was never drinking, obviously it wasn't doing drugs. My big vice was food. And before I knew it, I wound up weighing 425 pounds. I brought in a present for you. My old pants that are now made famous in all the Subway commercials. There you go, you're welcome.
This is my daughter, Victoria. She's an 8th grade honor student, and you're a real inspiration to the kids. I really appreciate that.
That's one of the greatest. I mean, you know, as I said, when I started putting my weight on, as you guys know, at 3rd or 4th grade, so.
And she was real tiny when she was littler.
Sure.
And it's been in our family. In fact, I had a great-grandfather that died and was buried in a piano box years and years ago.
Yeah.
So it's in a history.
Absolutely.
So, and she's been trying to maintain her weight.
And it's tough. It's always a challenge. I know, and it's, as a kid, it's awfully hard these days. But
and kids are not always kind.
No, not at all. And I know that firsthand. And it's, the problem is the world's not going to change. You have to change.
And I guess it's kind of cool to know somebody or be able to listen to somebody talk about actually being where I am right now. And it's kind of hard because I can't afford to go there every single day and buy a sandwich 2 times a day. And that's what he's talking about, that's the only solution. That's what he said that worked the best, but I can't do that. And I've tried other ways, and it's kind of hurt my body from doing other ways that I've tried to do. And it's kind of hard to look at someone who said, hey, I've done it, so you can do it, but it's not that easy.
I've been sick as a kid. I grew up eating a lot of ice cream, more than you could believe. We had an ice cream cone-shaped swimming pool in our backyard. We had a commercial freezer with not only all 31 flavors in it, but all the experimental flavors that were under development. And I made myself the official taster. I had to approve everything in my mind. And I loved it. What kid wouldn't? I literally had unlimited ice cream. I ate ice cream for breakfast. But I was sick a lot. And I wasn't very athletic. I didn't exercise. I was really ill. And I didn't feel good. So I would kind of appease that by eating more ice cream. You can see how the vicious cycle would take place. One of the triggering factors for me was my uncle, Bert Baskin, my dad's partner and brother-in-law, co-founder of the company, died of a heart attack. I think he was 51. Now, my uncle weighed about 240 pounds. Heavy-set fellow. And when he died, as a young man, I asked my dad, you think there could be a connection between his fatal heart attack and the amount of ice cream he would eat? My father said no. His ticker just got tired and stopped working. By this time, he had manufactured and sold more ice cream than any human being that had ever lived on this planet. He didn't want to think that the product he was selling was hurting anybody, that it had contributed to the death of his brother-in-law and partner. and in many ways best friend. I mean, no way. Ben Cohen, the Ben of Ben and Jerry's, a couple years ago had a quintuple bypass procedure at the age of 49. My uncle Bert Baskin of Baskin-Robbins dies at the age of 51 of a heart attack. My father, Irv Robbins, the other founder of the company, ended up with very serious diabetes. You can't deny these links. You just can't.
Yeah, can I get the 2 cheeseburger meal? Okay, supersized. Second time.
Thank you, sir. Very good. Thanks, man.
After 5 days on the McDonald's diet, what I did was I ran 3 days worth of food analysis. The needs for you to maintain weight at the 185 that you were at when you came in, 186 pounds, was approximately 2,500 calories, okay? Right now you're getting about almost 5,000 calories a day, the average being 4,986. I would love for you to take a multivitamin.
McDonald's doesn't sell multivitamins.
Well, here's my new advice, is just kind of minimize the meals. A nice substitute for the hot fudge sundae would be the yogurt.
That is true if you get the snack size, 5 ounces. If you get the regular size without granola, it contains nearly as many calories as a strawberry sundae. With granola, it has more calories than the hot fudge or caramel sundae. And if that doesn't make you think twice about the parfaits, then how about this?
There's a big nappy hair in it. That's disgusting. I'm gonna show you how we do it. You go like this, we go. Oh, look, it's long, dude. Did you see that? Oh, that's so gross. Only the finest at McDonald's. Here we are at 190.
It was 186 last
192, 193, 194.
No. We have to stop everything. I don't believe it.
195 pounds.
Wait.
It can't be. No, we have to redo this.
That's 0.
The thing is zeroed.
Second try. 88, 92, 94.
You're gained actually about 5% of your body weight. Losing weight that fast and gaining weight that fast is not healthy.
Do you eat fast food?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love fast food.
Yeah, how often you guys eat it?
Every week?
Oh, maybe once or twice a week.
Oh, we finna go hit up McDonald's in a little while. At least 3 times today. Because you know we ain't had no meal yet today. So we just pointed towards McDonald's.
I get the number 2, the cheeseburger.
The 2 cheeseburger
with
meal.
the supersized Coke and fries.
You supersize it up. 30. Make it bacon. 69 cents. That's what they say. Make it bacon. Make it bacon, baby.
How often do you think people should eat fast food?
I don't know if they should eat it at all. I don't know if I should. I don't know about what they should do.
Oh, that's baloney. It's what baloney. What they need to do is hit like 25 minutes on that treadmill, work out a little something, do some push-ups. See, if you do some push-ups and you eat, you'll keep your weight down. See, I keep my weight down and stuff. I hit them push-ups and everything. It's baloney. Keep myself cool.
Who has time to do that? We have to work, we have to take care of kids, we have to clean.
See, if you exercise, you run after your kids.
Yeah.
Jello, chicken rhythm.
These are the first McNuggets I've had in this whole exciting tour of duty. Look at that. Glistening in the sun. Boy, that is miserable. I'm not sure what portion of the chicken that's shaped like that. I'm guessing this is the foot on the chicken.
In the lawsuit against them, McDonald's stated in their own defense that it's a matter of common knowledge that any processing that its foods undergo serve to make them more harmful than unprocessed foods. Case in point, McNuggets. Originally created from old chickens that could no longer lay eggs, McNuggets are now made from chickens with unusually large breasts. They are stripped from the bone and ground up into a sort of chicken mash, which is then combined with all sorts of stabilizers and preservatives, pressed into familiar shapes, breaded, deep-fried, freeze-dried, and then shipped to a McDonald's near you. Judge Robert Sweet called them a McFrankenstein creation of various elements not utilized by the home cook.
So for the past couple days, which I haven't shared with everybody, it's been a new thing, is I've started to have like some not chest pains, but like pressure You know, I feel like I got pressure on my chest, so I figure that's probably not a good thing. But neither's eating all this, so. I tell you, I haven't smelled bad yet.
Yeah, you have.
I know I haven't.
You just don't smell how bad you smell.
No. Look at that fish fillet. Look at this thing.
Oh, God, that looks nasty, man.
Isn't that horrible?
Obviously, that was been sitting around all day.
That, the fillet of fish.
Oh.
Shit. How can I help you? Did I get the double quarter pounder with cheese value meal?
Okay, thank you. 486.
I don't feel good today. Not that I feel sick, but I just feel really depressed. You know, for no reason. I mean, things are going great. We've had a good day. I just feel really, yeah. It's not real hard eating this food all the time, just because, you know, it tastes good. It makes you feel good. I really noticed I'll eat some, and just a little while later, I'll be hungry again, and I'll want more.
So I'm pretty bored with their menu. It only took me 9 days, but it's pretty good otherwise. 9 days.
Do 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 boom. Gal gal, I'm in the bubble. Bell ride a hip and the he ride a hip and the hubble. How loud is that a jigger walk? Do that again.
How many?
How many's the question?
That is the question. We always ask how many, and he holds up how many fingers.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's always the how many. Yeah.
It's just one for now, yeah.
Just one?
One for now.
As soon as I got my first car, this is the first place I came to. I bought 3 Big Macs, ate them out there, enjoyed them so much, and I came back about 5 o'clock at night, bought 3 more, ate them out there, came back around 11 o'clock before they closed and ate 3 more. So the first day I came here, I ate 9 Big Macs, and it was like I couldn't get enough hamburger at that time, and Big Macs are so good. So I ate 265 in the first month.
How many do you eat a day usually?
Usually it's 2 a day. Okay, now last year I ate 741 last year. Okay, well that's more than 2 a day. So that means there's days I had 3, but that's because they're getting smaller. It's probably 90% of my solid diet is probably a Big Macs. That parking spot, that's where I asked her if she wanted to get married. I mean, this place is special. A lot of reasons, you know.
Yeah.
I had 1 Whopper in my life.
Yeah.
1984, guy gave me $5 to eat a Whopper. So I went. After I ate the Whopper, took my $5 over to McDonald's, got some Big Macs. I always make fun of people at work, you know, saying, oh, I'm gaining weight. I said, well, you should try the Gorski diet. And I said, oh, yeah. They don't like that.
They don't like that.
Man, this is a perfect sandwich, you know. At least for me, it is.
There it is, bite number 19,000.
Well, the wife says when she's got to put them in a blender, it ends. You know, that's what she told me.
Big Mac smoothies.
Yeah.
America's been McDonaldized, you know, it's been franchised out. It's like one of those old Flintstones cartoons where they just had something rolling around in the background. You kept seeing the same buildings go by. It's like Kmart, Walmart, McDonald's, Kmart, Walmart, Wendy's, Kmart, and it's just like you have no sense of where you're at anymore. The way I look at it is like Cezanne was inspired by the mountain he saw out his window. And when I look out my window, I see no mountains. I just see billboards and advertisements. So I use that as my inspiration.
The average American child sees 10,000 food advertisements per year on television. 95% of those are for sugared cereals, soft drinks, fast foods, or candy. A parent who eats every meal, every day, for the whole year with their child, and every meal gives a very compelling nutrition message and can bring in cartoon characters. And Michael Jordan, so instead of selling McDonald's, he sells oranges. And Britney Spears, instead of selling Pepsi, will sell radishes or lettuce or something. That parent will have 1,000 cracks at their child compared to 10,000 for the food industry. So it's not a fair fight.
You know, by the time kids are able to speak, most of them can say McDonald's.
I'm going to show you some pictures, and I want you to tell me who they are.
Okay.
Who's that? You don't know?
George Washington.
Yeah? Who is he?
He was the 4th president. He freed the slaves. And he could never tell a lie.
Who's that?
Don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. George W. Bush?
Nope, that's a good guess, though. Who is this?
I don't know. Goldilocks? I forgot the name, but I think I know.
Yeah? Where have you seen her?
That picture is on the sign. Wendy.
Nice. Who's that?
McDonald. Ronald McDonald.
Who is it?
McDonald.
What does he do?
He was helping people at the cash register. He works at McDonald's. I love the pancakes and sausage. He brings every of his friends to McDonald's for a Happy Meal.
Where have you seen him?
On television, on the commercials. He's the character that made McDonald's. And he does a lot of funny stuff on TV.
Companies spend billions making sure you know their product. In 2001, on direct media advertising, that's radio, television, and print, McDonald's spent $1.4 billion worldwide. On direct media advertising, Pepsi spent more than $1 billion. To advertise its candy, Hershey Foods spent under a mere $200 million internationally. In its peak year, the 5-a-day fruit and vegetable campaign's total advertising budget in all media was a lowly $2 million, 100 times less than just the direct media budget of one candy company.
Think about the way food is marketed. T-shirts, coupons, toys for children, giveaways in fast food places, placemats. I mean, just all of the different ways in which food marketing is ubiquitous. The most heavily advertised foods are consumed the most. No surprise.
Thank you. Come again. Welcome to McDonald's.
Tomato, concentrate, distilled vinegar, high fructose corn syrup, and corn syrup. That means sugar. I'll move over to my salad shaker. I feel a little sick to my stomach. This is the best part of the day, when I get to be fat on the bed with my quart of Coke. Mm-mm.
People eat out a lot. And so if there aren't healthy foods available at restaurants and there isn't good nutrition information, it makes eating out difficult.
McDonald's says nutrition information for all their products is available online. But according to the 2000 U.S. Census, more than half of all U.S. homes still don't have internet access. So what are these people supposed to do? Go to the stores for nutrition information? Is that information even there? I went to find out.
Do you guys have any of the nutrition fact sheets? Do you guys have one of those? You know, the things that fold out and have the nutrition info in them?
There aren't any over there?
Or would they be up front?
Yeah, they should be.
But they got lots of info about Dora the Explorer Live. That's cool. Thank you.
Can't find the booklet? You can use the one right there.
But I mean, you don't have ones you can take with you. Do you guys have one on the wall?
Because they only have it like flyers now. Like the big one before, they don't put it up anymore.
Oh, they don't post those anymore? Why not?
I don't know.
Only half the McDonald's in Manhattan had the nutrition info posted on the wall. Some had the takeaway nutrition charts, and 1 in 4 had no information whatsoever. This nice manager brought me the nutrition wall chart from the basement.
Oh, thank you very much. You don't have ones that I can take with me, like a takeaway? Do you know when you'll have some of the paper ones again?
John Banzaf and I looked all over this McDonald's in Washington for any nutritional information. And then we found it.
Aha, here we go. Behind here, you'd never see it.
It's right back there.
You can't argue that people should exercise personal responsibility and then not give them the information on which to base it.
I got my chicken group.
There's no chicken group.
That's my cholesterol group.
Protein.
I got my protein group.
Carbohydrates.
I got my meat group.